Well, Gary, first away win of 2015. You must be delighted.
Yeah, delighted. Delighted to play so badly and with such a lack of intent for the majority of the game. But then you have to respond. And when you looked at our bench and saw how attacking the bench was, you know at some point of the game, you can put fresh legs on. I spoke to the players before about, I think 6 of their players had played nearly 120 minutes at Wembley at the weekend, and I felt as though if we had a little bit more tempo, but it had that classic end of season game feel to it, didn't it? The way we closed down, the slowness, the way they moved the ball, and it was just a little bit of a nothing event, to be fair. They had some half chances in around the box. We got some good blocks, showed some good last ditch tackles, and Darren made a few saves, but I think it opened up. Last 15-20 we made the change, it really opened up, and you'd have to say we had by far the better chances in the game, or the most clear-cut chances. Clayton scores. Dimmy has an excellent chance when he goes on and does a brilliant bit of skill. Clayton has another chance towards the end. I think Andy Shinney had an excellent opportunity. So when the game opens up like that and you've got those types of players to bring on, then that's the type of games you can nick. So not overly happy with the way we went about playing our new formation, but I said I wanted to learn something. I have. 4-2-3-1's probably our best formation.
You mentioned the formation there, the 3-5-2. What was the thinking behind that?
We just wanted to do something different. We haven't won away from home, and we haven't played badly, but we haven't won away from home this year. So we wanted to do it and be a little bit more attacking rather than end up being a back five. But the way we played it, it became a back five, and we became deep and soaked up a lot of pressure, and that wasn't the intention. But again, sometimes it's difficult. We've had one day to work on it, really. The players interpret it how they can, and the only issue with that formation is sometimes if you don't make the right decisions quickly when you lose the ball, then you end up dropping in and having a lot of players behind the ball. I think it was very difficult for Stephen Gleeson and Robert Tesher today to really get out and close anyone down because there was too much space around them. So I wasn't unhappy because, again, I look forward to the game tonight because it was going to be different. It was something different, and I think that's what we've got to try and do. What we've got to then do is we still want to win the game. So we make the changes to win the game because that's really, really important. And in the end, you can say the changes did win us the game.
Clayton Donaldson, 15 league goals now, 16 for the season. Classic striker's header.
Yes, yeah, and I think sometimes those where he reacts really well, he takes better than the ones perhaps he has a little bit more time. But the one thing you say about him is he gets into scoring positions. He's joking in there saying, I was just waiting for the game to come to life. I was saving myself for 75 minutes. And that's exactly what it looked like. But when he sees space and he sees a few opportunities, then again, you just see him start to run with a little bit more pace and a little bit more intent. And maybe, with a few more players around him. I thought Wes actually did quite well tonight. I think I had a little bit of a choice to take him or Clates off. And sometimes if you take Clates off and we've got one less body for set piece, then we might get done by it with a corner at the end. So unfortunately for Wes, he came off. But I was quite pleased with him tonight. He worked really, really hard. But Clates is always in those positions, and he's done really, really well to take his header.
You had to make an enforced change in the first half. Diego Fabrini coming off. What was the problem there?
Yeah, not very happy with that one. I think one of the Reading players hit him in the face. It looked like Shalabar. I think Diego had done a little trick on him early on and got a cross in. I don't think he was too happy with that, judging by what one or two of the players said to him, and it just looked like a little punch. Again, I've not got an issue with that, but officials have to pick up. He's cracked his mask in half, so he had to come off straight away because obviously he's got no protection. So I appreciate that one or two players are going to see the mask and are going to try and target it, but I don't think that's really the best thing to go about doing. And again, that's what it looked like to me. So we'll have to obviously get another one, really, and see if he can be available for the weekend.
There's always something good about a 1-0 away win when maybe you've not played to your maximum, and and that takes us into the final St Andrews home game of the season in good frame of mind. Yeah,
and I think, like you say, you can go and play someone like Bournemouth and play brilliantly for 35 minutes, get beat 4-2, and you just can't feel good about anything. I'd rather play like we did tonight and play, I wouldn't say horrendously, it's probably not doing us any justice really, but not play as well as we'd like to, and then nick a goal at the end. They're the best ones, they're the best feeling, it's a little bit of smash and grab, and like we say, that then takes us into the home game in a really good frame of mind, and as we know, we've been really, really good at home, and we want to make sure we finish our home game off really, really well, and maybe then, you know, we can go in really proud of what we've achieved, but at the moment we still want more points.